Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Jesse Jackson III, best-selling author and facilitator of the Don't Kick 'em Out book and training series. Well, I'm extremely excited about this video because it really continues to lay upon the foundation that parents and teachers are partners and that they have to work together. Now, this is not something that's been common in our business over the last couple of decades. It's been a breach between our parents and our teachers, and the primary because all parties have not understood what their role is in the success of an education system. And I like to always remind people, man, is that the teacher is not primarily the responsible party for what's going on with students. The primary responsible party for what's going on with students is always the parent. Now, you have to understand we're in partnership with the parent. So you see here, when you see that the administrator's only 10% because the administrator their job is as a facilitator and a tone setter. That means they set up they get the best teachers. They extend to parents. They make it an environment where parents know they're supported. They make it an environment where students know what's expected of them. That's all comes from the principal. Everybody else has to do the work. The principal doesn't teach. The principal doesn't take tests. The principal doesn't bring the kids to school. Those are core responsibilities of the people involved. So the teachers got to do their part, but the parents got to deliver a kid who's ready for academia, and the kids got to come in and give us production. So what's made our program so successful is we have use our training time to teach the parents just like we teach the teachers. One of the things we've been working with our parents on is understanding traumas, understanding traumatic experiences in their life and what has beset them in their life. And I have added, these are like 9 that I show to parents. I typically show 7 to our staff, but these are the 9 issues that is causing that depression, that's causing disruption in the kid, and that's death of family members, abusive relationships, infidelity, which causes individuals to have trust issues with folks, financial hardship, sexual abuse, molestation, drug use and abuse. We have many of our students and parents who are heavily engaged in psychotropics and marijuana is not being used. Anytime someone's saying that it's okay and it's no big deal, I need to always caution them is that in my study and the things I've seen is that many people are functionally depressed, and marijuana attempts to help with that. And people never really thought about it. Think about when you smoke marijuana, and they don't. And so I'm trying to get them to think. Then you see mental illness is a big part of many of our communities, particularly in those impoverished type settings. Mental illness is a big portion where now we have kids taking psychotropics as recreation, Xanax, Zoloft, they're popping pills. But those are antidepressants. Those are psych meds. So we have some serious issues, folks. Imprisonment, incarceration of a loved one in their direct family, and then mother-father rejection. What happens when your parent is the person who treats you the worst? That's what our kids are going through. So it's the type of thing that has to be resolved on our end. We need to get it resolved. And so the parent is able to see what's going on in their life, and when the parent's able to see what's going on in their life, then I think we can get a much better outcome. That's what we're going for. So the game is when I'm working with parents and I'm trying to get parental cooperation, listen, I'm saying to my parents, okay, understand what's going on with us at our house, but now this is how I need you to support me at my school. So number one, you can't come up and confront teachers. Confront teachers. So let's say, whenever you confront a teacher, you would have to actually get better at the confrontation piece. Typically, when the confrontation is always okay, but typically the parent's going to come up in a demonstrative way in creating a scene. Like one situation last week, we had a parent come up who walked directly to the classroom and start criticizing the teacher. So they were confronting, but they are doing it in a way that will not produce an outcome. So I am a promoter of confrontation. Confrontation is actually very positive, but people have to be trained to confront. It's a skill. And so don't confront teachers the way that we're doing it now. You have to learn how to do that. Most of the time when the parent does it, they're escalated, they're upset, and now they go bombard the environment. You can't do that because it's always going to make you look bad and make it worse on the kid. You got to respect all staff, office staff, the secretary, the principal, the AP, the teacher. Don't try to insult people. It's rude, it's mean, it doesn't help the situation. Don't always believe your child. Now, we like to say trust but verify. Not that your child is lying to you, but you should always say, okay, or they're giving us kind of what their version was of it. Go find out what happened first and remove the emotion before you show up at school. It could keep you from being embarrassed. There's one lady, I'm thinking of this real fresh situation. We're having a real tough, difficult issue with this kid. This kid is horrible. He's a smart jerk. He's anal. He's not cooperative. He thinks this is the street. He shows up smelling like marijuana every day. He's not doing our work, and he's misleading other peers. So we've consistently kept detaining this kid. He's in detention. We're still staying with the in-school program. When he takes it too far, he has to go home. So now the parent comes up, and the parent's irate and looking to find flaw in us. And so finally, when the school took my recommendation of a mandatory parent meeting, now mandatory, I said, anytime you're dealing with parents or suspensions, you can't just suspend the kid and the kid can come back without a parent. In many situations, the policies, the way we do things is very flawed. This particular situation, the parent didn't have to come. The kid just did their time and then came back. Well, that's not helping the situation. So this particular week I'm there. I said, how'd the parent come up? Well, the parent comes up. And we're having problems with this kid. The parents adamantly defending the kid, attacking us. And then when I tell the kids, well, tell your mother what you told me. I don't want to graduate. I don't give a bleep about school. Well, that's what he said in front of his mother. Well, that's what he's doing to us. But you up here treating us like we're the problem. So now she's embarrassed. And now we said, okay, we can have another meeting with you because you said you want to talk to the superintendent. I'll have the superintendent here tomorrow because I'm on my visit. Superintendent will be here tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Come back. You think that parent showed up? No. They're embarrassed. Was embarrassed by the kid because they heard the kid say, I don't want to graduate from high school. That's why I'm up here being a jerk. That's what we're talking about. Don't believe your kid. You're going to get embarrassed. You need to come find out what's going on first. It helps. Don't make threats or challenges. You're going to call the news. You're going to get a lawyer. Do you think that makes any sense? It's just absolutely, you're not making the situation any better. You're not helping the situation. That's not helping. Do you like to be threatened? You want me to say I'm gonna call the police to you? Remember, your child goes to school here. Let's be adults. Let's try to communicate. Don't make a scene. Always remember, don't make a scene at the school that embarrasses your child. I like to ask parents to address their personal issues and don't bring those personal issues into the school. Sometimes our parents come to the school, they smell like marijuana, they smell like alcohol. Always remember, you're embarrassing your child when you do that. And so let's just be aware of it. And I know it helps. When we can be aware of it, we always get a better outcome. I ask the parents to stay involved in all levels of education, particularly if your kid's in high school, be involved in all levels. 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Don't show up in the 11th or 12th. Now they're about to graduate. The kid needs you the entire time from K to 12. And last but not least, I'm asking parents to work with your children at home, no matter how old they are. Review their work with them. Tell me what you're learning. I have at least 5 minutes every night to listen to my kids about what they are learning in school. I need to hear what you're doing. And as a parent, particularly as a dad, when dads spend that time academically speaking, particularly listening to their children read and then listening to them explain to what they're learning, you're going to get an outcome that you will not regret. This is the things we're trying to give to our parents. The reason I wrote books that speak to the issues, the daddy issues is one of the major issues. We have the mama issue book, and then parents are the difference, and it's parents and teachers working together. The point of what we're doing is making sure that our parents are equally as equipped as I'm attempting to equip the teachers. So if you're in those type of situation where you say, well, right now in our PD calendar looks a certain way, that's fine. And we're trying to work for the summer next year. fine. You can't let the school year end without a parent meeting. That I call it parent orientation, and this is really, I like to orientate the parents at the beginning of the year, and I like to orientate the parents on the second semester, closing out the school year, giving the parents a sense of responsibility and clarity about why they're so important. At the end of the school year, it actually sets you up for the next school year. The new model is, always remember, our program is 12 months. We might have 6 weeks off in the summer, but understand everything we're doing is preparing for the next phase of programming. You can't afford to have those huge gaps of disconnection in your program. So the parent program is something that people have to take the time to invest in. A lot of schools are doing great things for their parents. They have these good parent programs, but we have actually tried to make our specialty in actually solving problems and meeting the needs of the people. And so our parent programs, you can see some of our videos of our night out. You can see some online. People are Facebooking live at the events. And the feedback, it just speaks for itself. It's about getting to the people where there are. So if you're one of those schools I haven't been to, and bringing those parents in. Now, what one colleague said, they said, well, we've tried to get the parents in, and you have to feed them. Always remember, that's slightly offensive. If you're under the impression that you need to give people food to come to hear something that's of value to them, it's telling you you're not giving them what they need. The food is something that, is kind of an extra. The goal of a good parent meeting is make the parent meetings about what the people need. So our biggest 2 parent meetings all year have been how to discipline your child at home, how to manage your child over the summer, how to engage your child in academics, how to deal with a depressed child who is attempted to commit suicide. Depression is a huge thing among our families, and all I've done was bring that need and issue to the family. How are you dealing with the sexual activity of your children? What should a parent be doing? What should a parent be saying to kids in elementary, middle school? What should a parent be saying? It's just been absolutely dynamic. And that's why I'm so excited, because it meets the needs, and the feedback from the people has been absolutely outstanding and encouraging. So listen, share this with parents. You need it. Call, get on the calendar, make something happen. I'm just looking forward to working with you soon and helping you achieve your goals of achieving that maximized school culture that allows the teachers to be genius, to get the genius out of their children, and create a community of responsible, tax-paying American citizens and healthy families. That's our objective, and that's what we're here to do. Dr. Jackson, till we see you.